Hello.
Yep.
All right.
Hey,
Oh, Ed just fell off the planet. You can't do push to talk. That sucks. Suppose I can take it off. It's mostly the other group anyway.
I just had to set a key binding.
Oh, did you force it so everyone has to do push to talk?
What? I didn't know.
No, Dylan.
All right. So, I know Anthony and Brianna are here. Walter, you're all set?
I think so, yeah.
Coming in loud and clear.
This computer is so slow, so we'll see how this fucking goes.
Yeah, Roll20 doesn't require a lot. Our maps are kind of big for the system. So, but that shouldn't bog you down after you load it initially.
Can I get a link to that again?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. They have a way to turn off the little push to talk the little bloop. That was killing me. I was like, every time I push to talk, it would go boop, boop.
Yeah. It is kind of annoying. Oh, looks like Ed's here now. Can you do the talking?
Hey, really quick, I'm gonna try something to speed up the computer. I shouldn't be more than 30 seconds, so if I dip out of the server, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Getting on right now.
Shall we try this again?
We can hear you.
Yay! I just switched computers.
Oh, yeah.
My laptop is probably older than some of you.
Maybe.
All right.
Is that...
Can you hear me?
Ah, I can hear you.
You're faint.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go.
Am I better or?
Yep, you're good.
Everything's better with butter.
Especially your mama.
Oh! Your father was a hamster and your mama smelled of elderberries.
Dang
quote.
nabbit. All right, y'all, you ready?
We
Yeah.
are.
We're launching into
All right.
roll 20 now?
Another chapter of awesomeness.
I was gonna say 8:15, not bad today.
My fault.
No, it's everybody's fault.
Yeah, my bad too.
It's like half fault.
Half mine. There you go.
We'll split the fault. 50,
There you
50,
go.
50.
There you go.
Wait, what? Okay, y'all. So, because nobody really cared and I had one suggestion, we're starting in Fransport. So, Fransport is a major port city, a huge port city. There's also, it's like the home to the Arcanum. I say the home, but there is a university there, a major university of the Arcanum. So, trying to think of where would everybody be? Would it maybe it'd be easier if everybody just goes through real quick and just says like, oh, this is my character, brief description, and like introductions, because I know some of the people here haven't played with other people, so that's probably the first order of business.
We can just start from the top here in the roll 20. Anthony, do you want to go?
Sorry, was muted. Yeah, I can go. So yeah, I am a half-elven cleric, arcana cleric. I follow Mistra, and my cleric's whole deal is to bring Mistra back to the world, because she has been in the higher lore of everything. She's been damaged in some way. So, and that is my character's whole point, is to figure out what happened and how I can fix it. I think my character would probably be fresh off the boat and getting into Fransport. Probably looking for somewhere to sleep and rest on land for the first time in a while.
Okay.
All right.
Brianna, do you want to go?
Yep. So Brianna.
Yep. I am a tiefling druid named Callista. For those of you who know her, she would probably let you call her Callie. She is in town probably selling potions right now, or I don't know, probably researching, or one of the two.
All right. And I am the dungeon master. So Ed.
Yeah. All right. My name is Belgarian. I'm a human bounty hunter. I'm dressed in black robes with a farm instrument and a raven perched on my shoulder.
Okay, well, that's all for Ed. My character is Oliver. He is a human rogue who's been in this like a peninsula now for pretty much his entire life from Fransport. And pretty much recently, he's just been bouncing around between the local towns, getting what work he can. But right now, he's been sticking to Fransport for the most part.
All right, and Walter.
My character is Ivor Shemov. He is a human sorcerer and also a bounty hunter. You'll typically find him anywhere where there's a scrap, anywhere where tensions run high. But he's never usually in the thick of it. He's usually off to the side, just watching. So.
All right. All right. So, as you all do your business in Fransport, some of you fresh off the boat, others of you in the marketplace, and even more of you doing maybe more unsavory things. You all have a nice, peaceful, normal day. You can hear the bustling atmosphere, the hundreds upon hundreds of footsteps as they fall across the pebble. You can hear the carts as they go by, the laughs, the cheers. Fransport's a pretty free trade city. Everything's very open. It's very I'm trying to think of what you call it, kind of like cosmopolitan, sort of. And it's a city based off new beginnings, sort of, if that makes sense. There's a lot of art here. There's a lot of ingenuity here.
Renaissance.
Yeah, the Arcanum plays a huge role here. It brings in a lot of the traffic. Obviously, its location is helpful, but it's kind of one of those things where, you know how by a university, sometimes there's like a whole town that's almost devoted to that university? If you think about that, like on a city scale, that's kind of Fransport. So as you all continue doing your business, you hear a loud, what sounds to be like a cracking noise coming from what seems to be all around you. It's just loud, and it seems almost directionless. And you see as the sun begins to dim ever so slightly. You can see it's almost like you're looking through like a pair of sunglasses. Very strange. When you notice what looks to be like cracks in the sky itself. Almost as if you're under some sort of dome, let's say.
That's not good.
But these are very loud, and you can see people around you starting to, like, what the hell is that? And some people are screaming, some people are just in awe of what's happening. So what are all of you doing?
I'm Oliver's immediately gonna search for some cover, I guess. Just something keep overhead. Probably not gonna help, but helps with peace of mind.
Do the shards appear to be able, are they falling down to earth, or is it just cracking?
It looks like a crack that's spidering across the sky at this point.
And
Is
just
it
for
in-
clarification, do we know everyone in our party? Do we all...
Some of you talked about knowing each other. It's completely up to you.
Okay.
I kind of had a suggestion of something we could do. What's it called? Since Walter and Ed, both your characters are bounty hunters. I was talking a little bit with Brianna about this during the last session, but Oliver introducing her to some customers. Maybe you two could be looking for some potions and just introduce the four of us that way at least.
There you go. That works.
Are you fine with that, Oliver? Or not, Walter?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
And Brianna, are you cool with that?
I'm good.
I'm not sure how to bring Anthony into that particular arrangement, though.
We'll just stumble over him.
Sure,
Can we
why
sit
not?
there trying to pickpocket us? I don't know.
We'll be in like a public area and run into him, I guess. If you all are fine with that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
That works. Yeah.
All right. So as the cracks begin to go over the sky, they seem to almost wrap around the entire horizon, spidering out, some larger than others, as just this horrible, deep cracking sound fills the skies. At this point, you see a lot of almost looking like ants at this point, just pouring out of the spire of the Arcanum and looking upwards. You see many people have started to panic and scream and run.
And did you say I was coming out of the Arcanum?
People
Something
are
like-
coming out of the Arcanum.
Oh, people are coming. I
Like
see.
you can see, it's up on somewhat of like a plateau of its own, and you can just see, because it's so huge, like the top spire, there's just a bunch of bodies coming off like into the balconies and into the courtyard, and they're just like staring up.
Hmm.
You said there's like a bunch of ants coming out of it?
They look like ants just because of the distance.
Looks like someone kicked an anthill. All
Yeah,
the
it's-
activity.
Exactly.
Should we move towards the Arcanum? I don't know. They might. Do you guys think this is a danger? I mean,
No, nothing's falling yet. But
I have never seen the sky shatter. However, this seems peculiar.
I'm with him. I will pull up my cloak and hood and to protect my head. Yeah, that's it. 'Cause
Maybe we
that's all I can do.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we move towards the center of the city, edge of the city? I don't know.
Let's wait a few minutes and see where this is going, and then see where we go from here.
I say we get inside at least. I'm just gonna start walking towards the closest public building.
So you go into the nearest shop, and as you guys discuss, like, what are we gonna do? This cracking ceases for a moment, and you just hear a deep and what seems to be a piece of the sky falls to the earth, and it shatters like a raindrop. Like,
Oh,
And-
yep, that's
and-
it. I'm ready.
and water goes like flowing through the streets. Another piece. A couple pieces, and you see there, some of them might be miles apart, and as you see these pieces begin to rain down, as it hits the earth, it's just water, and from the heavens just pours this massive gout, almost like a flood that begins to wash over the city.
This goes for 40 days and 40 nights. I'm out of here.
So as this crack begins to widen and widen, you see one of these almost reverse geysers, if you will, hit the top of the spire's Arcanum, and it kind of hits over like a force field, as many of these Arcanum initiates are like trying to hold back. You can see they're concentrating, and again, it just begins to get worse and worse and worse as the water just washes through the streets.
Well, if they're holding it back, I think that's the place to go.
Yeah, how far away is it?
It's probably several miles away. Like it's distant, for sure.
Are the four of us all together except for Darum.
We'll say yes.
Okay. So, Callie would probably be following the other three, but kind of like ushering, maybe small children that are just like kind of standing watching. She would be ushering them like into a building to get upstairs or something.
Okay, so you pass many panicking people and you attempt to direct it. There's one that's like a mother and a young child, and you usher them in, and they go up the stairs of a building.
Yeah, just kind of urging people to get to high ground.
I say we try and move towards the Arcanum anyways, if we can.
Okay, so
Building to building.
as you guys begin making your way through the crowds to the Arcanum, travel begins to get a little difficult as the streets are at this point maybe 6, 7, 8 inches of water just washing out. Darren, what are you doing?
I would also be moving towards the Arcanum and just making my way through the city as quickly as I can. Because this is Darren would almost take this as like this is an act of a much higher being, and so he needs to get as close to it as he can.
Okay. So as you begin to also rush forward towards the Arcanum, making your way through the crowd of people, many people are confused. They don't know which way to go. You look upon the horizon and you see all these like little gouts of water trickling down. One of them, as another piece, comes within maybe, 200 feet of you, Darum, and it almost like pushes you forward as you get to your feet and you keep running. At this point, the water is getting kind of like waist deep where you are. As you make your way, all of you make your way, your vision seems to kind of shimmer in and out, and for a brief moment, it's almost like the world itself is opaque, and you see through what looks to be like an endless ocean, black. You can almost feel it, taste it. It's almost as if your skin becomes cool and moist, and it comes in and out as you make your way to the Arcanum.
Oh crap, someone left the door open to the elemental plane.
As you fight your way through the crowd, you eventually get into the courtyard of the Arcanum, where many people have also noticed that it's being held back. As you pack in there like sardines, another gout comes in and widens what was already over the Arcanum. At this point, the force field begins to get pushed back and back, as now this enormous, maybe mile-wide gout floods the entire city. And again, your vision goes in and out, flashing towards this endless ocean, and then back into reality. As the water wicks up around where you guys are on like high ground again, where the Arcanum courtyard is. As the water kind of wicks up, you see many people calling out for help. Buildings are just being torn asunder. You see carts and barrels and anything that is wooden just floating up in splinters and shards, and coming to and then ebbing back over and over again. From this mass, you see a bunch of creatures come out of the water. They seem to be water itself. I think, Anthony, you would probably recognize these as water elementals. Brianna, yes, you're a druid. I don't know if you've spent any length of time like studying that.
Probably not.
But I don't think anybody else would know. But Anthony, you recognize these to be water elementals. The Arcanum does like work with elementals. It's part of training. And you can see quite a few of them. There's probably 6 or 8 of them.
Can all of us see that? Or
Yes, you can all see it.
okay.
And their silhouette almost seems like it's fading in and out, as was the rest of your vision. But then they stay solid, like they've come into reality as they begin making their way towards the group in the courtyard. People begin running to and fro and just freaking out.
Do they appear aggressive?
They, at this point, it's hard to tell. They're certainly encroaching on the people, but again, it's hard to tell. They don't have like facial expressions, and they haven't gotten close enough to do any sort of damage. But they appear to be moving with pace, like towards purpose, towards this group of people.
How far away are they from our group?
They're probably about, I'd say 90 feet or so. 90 to 100 feet.
Okay.
Changing plans?
How many of them were there again? 6?
Yeah, there was like 6 to 8.
Yeah, we got them outnumbered.
How big are they?
They are technically large creatures, so that would be like a 10 by 10 square.
Huh. And like, how many people are out in the square? Like, is it enough that we could tell them to run?
People are pretty much packed in sardines.
Hmm.
There's, who knows, it's hard to count this many people.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt at one of the elementals. Or what I think to be just a wall of water moving at people.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'm gonna start trying to yank people away from the edges and tell them to start running.
Okay.
I'll bolt one too.
All right. Okay.
So in roll 20, do I just, there's a bunch of commands here. Do I use like roll and then whatever dice I need to use in order to?
No, you just click on your character sheet on the firebolt on the spell.
Okay. So if everybody wants to plop themselves down here.
I don't think you've moved us over to the next
No.
map.
I still see the main map.
Right.
There we
Yep.
go.
Okay.
Now you're plopped. Now you're plopped.
There we go. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
Is there a direction you want us to be coming from? I just popped this down or myself down at the bottom so far.
We'll just say for convenience sake, it'll be at the bottom.
Okay.
Is
So because
Fluffy
last
in this
time-
one?
Go ahead, my bad.
Oh, no worries. I was just looking for Fluffy.
Since last time I didn't have a PC to try Roll20 out on. I'm lost.
I see. Nope, hold on.
In the game, I'm over Fransport, but I don't see like a.
Oh, you didn't get dragged along.
No, you should right now. You should be in a different map.
Like just a plain green map, right, Walter?
Just a
Do you see
plain
that? Or
green
do you
map.
see something else?
There's it's like a world map sort of. I have it zoomed in on Fransport, but
Yeah.
You'll have to be taken again.
I specifically dragged you back over, so you should now be on this battle map. If you're not, then maybe the connection is crapped
Yeah,
out
maybe
or something.
He could also be. I just realized I've been using the wrong button for my push to talk, so I've been talking this whole time, and I thought you guys were just ignoring me. I was getting really pissed off, and I was like, "Oh shit, I just haven't been talking." So, if he's a GM, if you hit your cogwheel, you may have to hit rejoin as player, and then it should bring him over.
He shouldn't be a GM though.
He might be for some reason. Who knows?
I just invited him all normal like.
Or just might have lost connection. Try leave the game and come back.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
reloaded it. It's a green map now. It's loading.
Perfect. Okay. And you see the people on the map and the water elemental and stuff.
I see us. I don't see water elementals. Oh,
There's
it's
one
way
way
up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we able to put our own tokens on the map, or
Yeah, just go to you know where the character sheets are, right? Under
Yeah.
like group 1. Yeah, just click and drag yours on. And that should bring you onto the map. Same thing with you, Walter. If you see that, you see like the journal tab, and then go down to player characters group 1, and then drag your drag Ivor's token on. Should place you on the map. There you are, Brianna.
It's loading. 1 second. Oh my god.
Ah, okay.
This is.
When you get a chance, can you add Fluffy to group 1?
Yeah, I don't know why Fluffy's not there anymore.
She's probably smart and hiding.
who's Fluffy?
Familiar.
Uh,
Oh yeah, Fluffy's under the NPC tab right now.
Oh, okay. Let me get on NPC and find her.
You can drag her back into group 1.
Yeah. No worries. I don't know where she is.
Alright, so you guys are in a courtyard. It's kind of like behind a wall, if you will, and that's where these are like coming up and out of the water into the courtyard. Alright, so Brianna, Callista. So
yes.
you can. Are you on the map and I'm not seeing you? Oh, I see.
Yes, I'm down between Oliver and Bulgarian.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, you just don't have a name for your token for some reason.
I'm fixing it now.
Brian.
Okay. So, Walter, do you see how to do that? If you go under group 1, your token is there. I'm going to take that as a no, so I just put it on there. So go ahead and roll your stuff. I'll just roll for Ivor here.
Nice.
Alright, so he hits the one right in the front. Oh, that's awesome.
Oops, I hit one extra time. Lagged.
Okay. So, hit and miss.
I apologize. My it crashed. I'm reloading it. I'm so sorry.
It's alright, dude. Alright, so we'll say you both hit the middle one. Boof, boof. As its form just kind of like... It kind of like has these like bursts, like... Poof, and water just like explodes out, and his form actually gets somewhat smaller.
Great, fix it.
All right, what is everyone else doing?
What's it called? Is there still like a big crowd in between us and this like mass of water moving towards us?
Yes, like there were people packed in here like sardines, and they've just begun to essentially get packed more and more.
All right. Are they starting to flee, or are they still just kind of hanging out here?
Oh no, there was people up to like, they were all the way up pretty much to the gates, so they've begun to push back. So they're maybe like to here.
Okay. So from like there forward closer to the things?
Yeah, I would probably consider, I'll make a little mark.
Okay.
I would probably consider that line to be, up until there to be like difficult terrain, because you have to like wade through all the people that are pushing against you.
I don't think you marked the line in a way that we can see.
Really? Hold on,
Um,
make sure I'm on the right layer. I'm on your layer.
Are you guys seeing a line? Like a horizontal line?
There-
Oh, there
there
we
we
go.
Weird.
Okay. So
Yep.
from like where we are forward is difficult terrain until we hit that line.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
I'll
like-
move the line back like every round until then. But this is just
Okay,
the
so we're like-
initial, like, what is everyone doing?
Yeah, okay, so we're like in the middle of the crowd right now.
Yep.
Okay, I see. I thought it was like between us. Well, I'm gonna keep yelling at people to move back and to just get away from him, and I'll try shooting at them. I'll shoot a crossbow bolt and just pay attention, see if it does anything to these seemingly sentient water creatures, whatever they are.
Is the Arcanum behind these creatures?
No, it's behind you. You're in the courtyard, and they're coming in through the opening. Because where you guys are is on like a plateau, and the water has started to wick up, and these beings are coming from the water. It's now
I see. So
encroaching
there's
on
like,
this peak.
say, like there's like a slope or some stairs or something, and like as the waves crash up, like some of the waves just stick and keep moving forward as these creatures or something like that.
Correct.
All right, got it.
Darren, check the spell because that has a range of 5 feet. Greatest
I
thing
was
proud of-
I wasn't
Maybe-
casting it. I
Oh.
meant to click to like see what the range was because I knew it was short, but I couldn't remember how short, and then it just clicked and automatically sent.
There you go. I love that one in Goblin Wardens. That's a great way to fighting goblins.
All right, so Oliver, you poof. The bolt pretty much goes like right through. You see like a little bit of water again. It kind of like explodes out, but it doesn't seem to have quite the effect.
Yeah, I just kind of frown at that and just put the crossbow away and just start trying to usher people. See, like, and I assume like the Arcanum's doors or whatever are not open at the moment.
Oh, they've just started opening the doors to
Okay.
let people in.
All right, then yeah, I'm just gonna. If the crossbow bolt didn't do anything, I'm just gonna keep ushering people back into the now opening gates and just try and keep some semblance of order around me.
Okay. All right, Callista and Darum, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna cast Spike Growth to see if I can kind of slow these guys down to try to give people more time to escape.
Okay.
Is that a spell I have to click, or does it just kind of happen?
I don't know exactly what the range is.
Which one's that?
It's 150 feet. It's a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range.
You should click it just in case, just so that way we can all read it and we can go over stuff. Especially for those who aren't familiar with the spell.
Yeah, it's a radius, so I think I have a 20-foot radius here in the player tools and references.
Hmm.
Under.
If you don't-
Oh,
spell
sorry,
area
that's the wrong spell.
templates.
There it is.
20-foot radius, so you should be able to move this. So it has to at least cover half of the square that the creature's in. Half of a square, so as long as it's like the tippy toe center is fine. Tippy toe corner of one. So you should be able to move that around to where you want it, so I know who it hits or where you're placing it.
I don't seem to be able to click on it. Like, I should just be able to click it, right?
Yeah, let me make sure.
It's okay. That's an okay spot for it. I just kind of want it in front of them so it slows them down.
All right, try that.
If you got the range, move it back like 10 more
yeah.
feet and get the last two behind it too. Put it on them. There you go.
All right, so that is difficult terrain, and they take 2d4 damage for every 5 feet they move in it.
Okay. So, but do they take it now? When a creature
No, only
moves
when they move.
into or within the area, it takes 2d4 for every 5 feet. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Darren, what are you up to?
Are we technically in combat?
No, like, I'm letting everybody have, like, one thing as these creatures are swarming up into the courtyard, and then we're gonna roll an ish.
It's more, yeah, okay, so time-wise, like, I don't have, like, a minute to cast something, right?
No, surprise round.
Correct. Yeah, I wouldn't really say, like, surprise, but yeah, it's kind of like you see these creatures coming, and they're kind of, like, just coming up and out of the water.
Yeah, I don't really have any range, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna prepare.
Okay. Keep in mind, anything before this line is difficult terrain while the people are flooding in. Okay. Very well. So
I guess I'll move a little bit closer then, so get my 15 feet in.
Yep. So I move that to the map layer, so that way it's not going to affect the tokens. Alright, now everybody roll an ish. Would you like me to roll an ish for every single one, or one for all of them? I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah,
One
do
for
the
all.
window.
We're doing standard initiative.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt again. I may have just actually like monkey wrenched my actual PC, so I think we're good. So if I disappear again, I'm sorry. I will be back in the next 5 seconds, but I am listening. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You got it. What are the odds? I just did it to add you to the thing, Callista, but when I
Yeah.
rolled, I also rolled a 1.
Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
I got a notification that said you wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Yeah, what you should do is to roll the initiative is click on your token, and then in the top left of the screen, you see some macros up there like ability check, initiative, saving throws. Click that initiative.
Oh,
and that'll
okay.
just, boom, automatically send it and tie it to your token.
Oh, okay.
Or on your character sheet, there's an initiative.
Yeah, that's
Once
what
you
I
click-
clicked was the initiative on my character sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah, just-
but if you do that, you can do that too, but just make sure you have your token click on the main screen at the same time.
Okay.
Alright, so. The people move back a little bit at the top of the round, as again, it's like sardines are all like just trying to pack in there. Alright, now Oliver, go ahead. You're first.
I mean, I'm just like looking at these things. And they're water creatures. And all I have are crossbow and sword. Crossbow bolt didn't really do anything. So, I mean, I'll take another shot. Because why not, I guess. just don't expect it to do much.
Actually, go ahead and do because you hit and it
Mhm.
was before they acted.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do your stuff.
Right.
You crit and the sneak attack.
Right. So let's see. Was it 3d6?
It should say in your character sheet.
Yeah.
I believe it's
Yeah.
3d6 at this level.
We believe so.
And you double the dice because of the crit.
Yeah, so roll
right.
3 more d6.
There you go.
Wow, nice.
Nice. So that's 22. Alright, so it did a lot more damage than initially.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so that one, as you do, it goes, phew, and you can see it's like it looks towards the bolt and it out of the way. It's almost like it opens a gap in itself to let the arrow go through, as its form kind of shimmers in place and then starts like actively going towards the direction of you. As it can't really see you, it just sees where the bolt came from.
right. Okay. And okay, yeah. So that first, that critical sneak attack, that was for that first shot I sent. Not
Right.
for. Okay, yeah. Just making sure I got that right. So yeah, then I guess yeah, not so unconfident about, but I'm taking another shot, and then yeah, what you described.
Okay, so are you moving forward or anything?
No, I'm good where I am.
Is talking a free action?
Smart. Yep.
Yeah.
Yell.
As long
Can
as
I
it's
like
not
yell something? Yeah,
yeah.
can I just yell at something quick to him?
Yeah.
I'll be like, "You with the bow, come here, or meet me halfway."
Okay, well, if he's yelling and he looks authoritative, you're with the Arcanum, right? So you have like clothing which would signify that at all?
I think I work with them. I don't think I'm actually like a part of them.
Okay.
It's like a university that anybody can kind of get in if they're studious enough and or if they have the money. So it's up to you. Like if you wanted to be a part of the Arcanum, doesn't mean like you're a high-ranking person, but it's like
Yeah,
a
like I don't think
university.
I like follow. Like I'm not a part of the university or anything. I think I just like I work for them every now and again.
You're the substitute teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, either way, if it's like someone who has some semblance of order, then yeah, I'll move to meet Darum. I'll still be back a little bit from him, but I will move to meet him, and that's where I'll end my turn.
I'm gonna hook you up for next turn
Oh,
because I think you're the only one not throwing magic at people.
I don't like the looks of those things or those trees.
Pretty sure there's trees.
The real enemy.
Yeah, I think they're trees.
Nature.
It's a rift.
I was just
Nature is
making
not
it
the
a little
enemy.
more homey. All right, so now that you guys are all set, okay, so yeah, these elementals here. Okay, that's what I thought. Just checking their movement speed here. So everything's difficult terrain, correct?
That is correct.
So go ahead, I'll have you roll the damage as they're moving. So they're moving their full movement, and then, oh yeah, they can do another 1, 2. So that would be 6 squares.
So 6 times 2d4.
So 12d4, that sounds right.
Yep.
You beat on. Nice.
Oh, sweet.
What kind of damage is that, so I know?
I think
Piercing.
piercing. Hold on, my computer's being a little slow. Let me
Yeah, it is piercing.
Yeah, it's piercing according to the description.
Okay, and I'm gonna consider that magical since it's from a spell. So, okay, now do for that for 4 spaces for this next one that just moved through. All right. Now do it. Hold on. Alright, do it again. 6 for 6. Great. That was clutch, by the way. And then go ahead and do it one time for 5. Sorry, five squares.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be what, eight more?
10 more.
10 more.
Eight more. Two. You just did 2. 8 more.
8 more, right?
Sweet.
All right. So
I start to lose my derision of druids.
okay, one more. So do it for, what was it 1, 2? Do it one more time for 3. So this is like the last last 2 elementals as they kind of come in. Okay, so they both take 17.
Hey, I just gotta reload the page. I can't like move some stuff, so I might pop out for a minute. But I'll be listening. I'm just reloading roll 20.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's their go as they're swarming, and you can see as these magical thorns and bramble just like come up. They're almost like slashing at them in a way as their forms just like they like rip through, and some of the water just like starts to dribble off of them, and you can see their form getting smaller and smaller as they work their way through this bramble. All right, Fluffy, you go.
Awesome sauce. Fluffy's gonna go invisible and just fly, a few hundred feet up in the air around to make sure nothing's coming up behind us. Keep him from flanking us. Hello? Crap, lose my audio.
I can still hear you.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
What up?
There we go. I thought I disappeared. So Fluffy's going to fly above us and turn invisible and keep an eye out behind us, make sure nothing sneaks up.
Okay. Fluffy sees like thousands of people as they try and extrude themselves through the doorway.
Well, good. And if there's any coin purses, Fluffy will pick those up off the ground because she likes shiny things. I love ravens. And that ends Fluffy's turn.
All right. Ivor. Ivor? Uver?
Ivor works, but anything, I mean, it's interpretable.
Eeyore. All right.
Eeyore. Good.
Oh, dear.
It's currently loading on roll 20. What is in front of me that I can see? How many are there? Like one or there were? You said there were 1 or 2 elementals left, right?
Oh no, so many.
There are 7 elementals right now.
I was wrong. Okay.
The closest one is 50 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on it.
Okay. The one that's closest?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Or do you want me to do it?
If you could do it just real quick.
All right. Unfortunately, it was a miss. As again,
That's fine.
its form sees it coming and it out of the way.
It's awesome. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Do you want to move closer at all? Or are you staying put?
No, I'll keep my distance.
Okay. Darum, your go.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna use. Sorry, I'm reading a spell. I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna cast Magic Weapon. I'm gonna touch his crossbow and make it all shiny and beautiful. I will cast it at its normal level, so you just get the +1, but your bolts or your shots will be considered magical. And I will look over and be like, "That should pack a little bit more punch."
All right.
And I don't know. Nah, I don't think that'll do anything. So I'm going to take my 15 feet of movement, try to get a little bit closer.
All right,
And-
as you just like, oh, you break through like the last of the crowd.
And then I will hold my action to. I'm going to hold my action to cast Word of Radiance into if something gets within 5 feet of me.
Okay, very good.
Well,
I'll say it's AoE, so until like 2 or 3 of them get within 5 feet of me.
you know what? It's going to be a whole different turn because we're at the end of the turn, so you might as well do some other cantrip to them now because they don't get to move till next turn anyway.
They won't move it until the
I
next
don't.
round.
Yeah, I don't have any other. Clerics don't get much.
No Troll the Dead.
Nah,
Okay.
I should have taken it. I might change it out. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just throw a spell. Then I'll do Magic Missile on the same one that Ivor just targeted.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough at this point. All right. As 3 more, boom, boom, boom. At this point, its form is like a quarter of what it once was.
A quarter. Holy crap. You're going to die.
All right, Belgarian, go.
All right. 5. Go away, Fluffy. 10. 15. And I am going to Eldritch Blast, the one that we've been wailing on. And knock
All
it
right,
back.
that's a hit.
And then knock it back 10 feet. So it has to walk through spikes again.
Oh yeah, hit it into those spikes.
Yep.
Okay, so it takes 1 more dose of spike. Actually, sorry, 2 more. Sorry, it's inside the circle. Yeah, so do 4d4. Oh yeah, that's enough to do it. As you poof, and it just like grades it into these spikes as its form rips apart and dribbles out.
And then I'll do the one next to it and move it back 10 feet.
Okay. All right, do it. So you do 15, and then go ahead and do the same roll, Brianna. For future reference, you can just hit up. And it'll, like, you can keep going up and do your last rolls. It's just easier than typing it out if you're doing the same thing.
Okay.
All
So
right.
20 points. Woo!
Yeah, and then it's your go, Callista.
So I'm going to cast Moonbeam, I think, to try to, do more damage from a distance and keep them away.
Spike Growth is, I believe, Spike Growth and Moonbeam are both concentration. Yeah, Spike Growth definitely is.
You know what? So they are. I will take Spike Growth. I will keep Spike Growth up then.
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was not paying attention to the concentration, so.
It's okay.
I will do... Oh, everyone's kind of moved away from me. I will move over towards these guys. It's difficult terrain, right? So 15, 1, 2, 3. And I will cast Spirit Totem. And I'll do my Bear Spirit. It's one of the Circle of the Shepherd Druid things. I can put it into the group chat, but it's a pretty huge chunk of text.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. We can just scroll away
Alright.
from it.
Basically, like it's huge. So the Bear Spirit grants each creature of your choice in the aura, which is within 30 feet of me, temporary hit points equal to 5 plus your druid level, so everyone gets 11 temporary hit points as long as you're within the 30-foot radius around me.
Sweet.
And advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
I like the unicorn spirit.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be it. I think most of my, like, damage spells are, like, concentration, and I'd rather keep spike growth up for a little while longer.
Hey Dill, can you throw down like a little bear token? Just because I know the spirit stays at the point, not with her.
Okay, got it.
I went to go look for it, but I can't because I'm a player. I can't grab it.
As a ruined bear.
Thanks, Boo.
And that should hit everyone, because it's within 30 feet of me, so that should hit Algeron. It won't hit Fluffy, but...
That's okay. Fluffy's like hundreds of feet up. Sweet. Alright. My turn, I guess?
Alright.
Alright.
Nope. It's you already had your turn.
Oh, okay. Alright, you just didn't move the order. Haha.
Hey, not to kind of do stuff, but that's the bonus action for you, Bree.
Yeah, I know, but I don't, like, have any, like, spells I can cast, like, that aren't gonna
Oh, okay.
screw... I mean, everyone's at full health.
Never mind
All
then.
my other spells are kind of, like, close range stuff, so...
Gotcha. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Alright, you could use your action to move if you wanted a second move.
No, I think I'll stay here. I'd prefer to be further away. I will say, just throw it out there to be like, be careful. I know we took down one of them, but I don't know that we can take all of the rest.
Okay. So again, as you just hear like this pouring. Oliver, you go. The crowd is just pushing in and in and in, trying to compact themselves.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move here up to the edge of the crowd and just take a shot at the closest one. The one right
That one?
there. Yep, that one.
Alright, go ahead. Alright. That's a hit. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the initiative and then set it back to... actually, that doesn't change the order, so... It had a 15. But I deleted, like, the one... The leader was the one that had the initiative.
We trust you.
That also deals 5 damage because he has +1 to both damage and hit.
Alright. Good to know. Is that it?
Yes. I don't think there's so sorry, let me just check some. Yeah, no, that's it.
Cunning action, hide till they go away.
All right, so
There we go.
all right, so this one's gonna go ahead and come up to you as you're kind of like standing out in the crowd, like resolute, and he's gonna come and take 2 slam attacks at you. Wait, hold on. And I think he can engulf your space. Oh yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Hold on. He's gonna enter your space.
Blub, 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 blub.
He has to do this. Okay. So rather than do slam attacks, I suppose he would do this. The first go. Because I don't think he can slam inside his body. You do have advantage on that because of the
The
bear.
bear.
Oh yeah. Saving throw successful, you're pushed out. Okay, so you can push yourself. You say you like back here. Okay. So yeah, that's its go. As you just like pull out of its form.
Fuck that.
Yeah, this one's gonna go. Yeah, this one's just gonna move in. It just engulfs a bunch of people as they all start suffocating. This one's gonna go. This one can't do anything. Then these ones are all gonna move. So go ahead, Brianna, and do 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 squares or 4
Yep.
d4?
Four instances.
Not bad. And 4 more, and 4 more, and 4 more.
All the
All right.
d4s.
Forgot it was difficult terrain, so technically it only did 3, but you can keep that roll, it's fine.
Okay.
Alright, do 3 more. Alright, and then these last 2 take 50.
Can they make double moves, or are they just moving once?
Because it's double, I am having them do double moves, but they can, even with a double move, only move 60. It's difficult terrain. So, because it's
I think you only move them 15. So if they can move 60, they can move 30. If they won't, yeah. So I think that's where, yeah, you were good the first time when you moved the first guy.
Okay, so then go ahead and move, do 3 more, Brianna.
And 3 more again.
Alright, good. Alright, that's their go.
And Fluffy's just gonna fly.
Alright. Eeyore.
I'm gonna cast. Is the one that was there still there, or is it dead?
Now that one's dead. There's new ones to shoot at.
What is the closest one to me? What is the distance between you and the closest one?
25 feet.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at that then, I guess. Just keep throwing cantrips.
Alright, do it.
Do I just type in the chat?
No, you go into your character sheet. You can either go in the journal or you can shift and double left click the token. And then go to the spell tab, which is already on, and then you just click. All the spells are like hyperlinks.
Okay.
Ray of Frost
it's-
might also be in his just in his attack and spell casting on the front page too.
Yeah, any of the spells you have that do damage are on your front page as well. I
Okay.
I normally go back to the spell page.
It says
for either
loading
one.
for me. It's
Still loading.
just
Okay.
sitting here loading.
I get you, boo. Alright, so you shoot
Wow.
out a ray of frost. You hit it.
Nice shot. 7 damage.
So, you do 7 damage as you see the creature's form begin to like some of the form.
Good. I needed my beer cooler.
All right, are you doing anything else?
What? No, thank you.
Anthony, are you trying to talk?
No, we don't hear you, Anthony.
And then it's Darum's go.
He just left the Discord.
Yeah, I'll be right
Thanks for
back.
starting to. Oh.
Sorry about that. The Discord just froze on me and decided to start making electronic demon noises in my ear.
Sweet.
Oh, sorry. I just realized it's my turn. I apologize. I'm going to put myself in between these two guys, just slightly, and I'm gonna cast. Is the one to my left looking more damaged, or? I know he was kind of icy.
Yeah, you can tell by the form is slightly smaller, so yes, it's taking more damage. It's not frozen solid, but like, say a third of its form where the blast hit has been like.
I will inflict more wounds upon him.
Awesome.
I guess I will not. And that's me, I believe.
Yeah, as you go to reach out, its form just out of the way. Bulgarian, you go.
All right. I am going to drop a fireball up here to get those 3.
Okay. So, dexterity 15. The first
Yep.
one fails. The second one makes it with a 15. The third one fails. First, second, third. So, first, second, third.
And then as a bonus action, I can do a spell for bonus action, right?
Yep.
Goodbye, mister.
Okay, as
10,
you
15,
flip out.
20. Yep. And that ends me.
All right, Callista, your go.
I am going to cast Produce Flame and throw a fireball at the one to the right of Darum. No, yeah, the right of Darum.
Okay.
Awesome. Hear that ball of fire that moves around with bonus actions?
This is Produce Flame. It's a cantrip. But I can use it as like an attack.
Sweet.
That's a weird algorithm. It's like 6 plus 1 over 6 plus 0.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it rolled the 2 dice. It's supposed to be like 2d8.
It's weird.
It's just what the Roll20 has.
I mean, technically it comes out to 2, I guess.
I was
Did
just
you kill it?
curious why it was that, but all right.
The
Oh, I
damage
think it's
increases
accounting
as I go
for-
up per level.
Yeah, it's automatically accounting for.
So at level 5, it does 2d8.
Yeah, it's probably calling from other parts of your character sheet what your level is to calculate that.
All right. So it takes 7.
Oh, and I'm gonna move this way. That's it for me.
Oliver!
All right. So as the crowd continues to push back at the top of the round, you guys have again this vision of like you see this endless ocean in black, and you see a bunch of these blips like on the horizon, like they're almost like swarming towards you from every angle, and then reality fades back in.
I knew there was too much fentanyl in that.
Well, what's it called? Well, I guess I'll start backing a little bit away. But that's 0.45 and 15 to there. And I'll shoot that same one, the one on the left there of Darren.
Okay.
Oh, and bonus action and disengage, of course. To just move away from him.
Absolutely.
And I get advantage on that. Oh, wait, but that doesn't hit, does it?
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Even with the +1 from his thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So as you duck into the crowd, like, you just kind of go wide as somebody like, bumps into your shoulder. All right, so these first 2 elementals, they're just gonna go ahead and they're both gonna just do slam on you, Darum.
God damn it.
So as they begin to pummel you, it's just every time it hits, you can feel just the full impact. It feels like the whole ocean just centered into one spot as it.
Don't forget to use your temporary hit points first.
Yeah, I just added him on. Yeah, I took a lot of fucking damage that round. Well, I know what I'm doing.
So you guys see here, at this point, noticing what you've done, those of you on the right see this one that's already in the crowd swap its gears and start moving towards you. It has people inside of it right now, and you've seen the water has gone into their bodies forcibly as they have expired, unfortunately. As the body's kind of bloop out of its form, and it makes its way over to you. So with difficult terrain, it can get there. It's going to go ahead and make its slam attacks at you, Callista.
Yeah, those both hit.
Okay, so you take that damage, and then go ahead and make 2 concentration checks.
Oh, I have to make 3 as well. Hold on.
Oh, it's a magic weapon?
Yep.
Yep. So this doesn't, this other elemental comes up, it doesn't make, yeah, it doesn't make any attacks against you. It just engulfs more people. As you see them kind of like clutching their throats and they're like, unable to do anything. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, spike growth drops.
Okay. This is all happening simultaneously, so go ahead and roll 2. So go ahead and roll 2.
2 spaces, 44.
Alright, as they begin to make their way into the crowd, and these 2 take time. Alright, Fluffy.
Again, just flying around.
Alright. Darum, your go.
You skipped Ivor.
Oh, that's right. I'd be Ivor, you go.
Okay. Again, map is still loading. Character sheet is still loading. I don't know what to do.
Big spells.
I can. Yeah. Okay.
Like
I can
real
take
It's
big
just the one
spells.
big thing in front of it, right? That it absorbed all the people.
Let's go ahead and do this. I'll take a snip of what's going on and send it to you in Discord.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact
And
same
let's,
thing.
because like stuff is getting a little complicated here, and we're gonna skip you and
Okay.
go to Darum while you digest that.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast fucking Cure Wounds, cause yeah.
All right.
And you're not close enough. So nope, that's me.
All right, Bulgarian, your go.
All right.
Also, make sure Anthony, and everybody that you're doing your special stuff that I gave you.
What special stuff?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking
right.
about.
Forgot
No.
about that.
I don't know what you're
Roll a,
talking about either.
roll a d20, and when you do certain things, you on a 20 does extra.
Yeah,
Like
mine
you.
aren't relevant right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
It was the little magical items he said everyone could have.
Oh, I thought he was gonna give this to like this game or something.
No, I'm saying you all had them. I told everybody what theirs was, except for I believe Callista and Bulgarian.
I'd like slippers of spider climbing or cloak of the spider.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
I'm gonna-
yeah, I honestly have no idea. So what are we? What was mine?
That's a good question. I didn't write it down here. But I believe it was whenever you, when you did a spell that had a die attached to it, you rolled a d20 and it does max if you get a 20.
Oh, okay.
So like it would heal you for max. Or do max damage, of course. And just so you know, Belgarian, whenever you kill something,
Mhm.
you do the killing blow, roll a d20, and on a 20 you get a soul shard. And I'll tell you what those do later.
Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna do darkness. Cast on myself for a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a step back. And hope they don't have infernal vision. Which I don't think they do, but I'm gonna hope not. And that'll end my turn.
Alright, Callista, your go.
I cannot see, correct? Because I am also in the area of darkness.
Right.
That is correct.
But I know which way was back.
Yep.
Yeah, you also know that there was a bunch of people like around you, but I
They
would
should
say
all run
given the
away.
circumstance, they don't know that. Yeah, I would say that you wouldn't have to disengage just because they don't know you're there, because you're covered in the darkness.
Okay, so I'm gonna move back. We're still in difficult terrain, correct? Okay. I'll just move back there. The cone was 15 feet from where Belger.
It's centered on
was-
him, radiating from him, so you're still in the darkness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I can't really see anything, so it would be disadvantage to attack it, right?
Correct.
Yep. But disadvantage for them too.
I'll just take a double movement and keep moving back. Oh, no. And I'll be like, it might be time to leave.
Mhm.
Alright, Ivor. Did you decide what you're gonna do yet? Did you see the picture?
I did, yes.
Okay.
The one that Durham is around. Is that Durham? I can't really see
Yep.
the name well.
The top
Um,
left.
Yes. The one to the left of him.
Okay. Just so you're
I'm gonna-
aware, because your character would know based on the forms. You can see. Yeah, that's covered in darkness, so you wouldn't see him anymore. But you would know,
That's
like,
Ivor.
this one.
Ivor can see.
Yeah, but he can't see these creatures that are now in the darkness. That's what
He's
I'm saying.
attacking the ones up by Durham.
I know. But what I'm trying to let him know is that he would know that this one is, its form is a lot less, it's a lot weaker. This one is not looking half bad, but it's taken some stuff, and this one above Durham has taken near nothing.
So the one above Durham is the one that has taken nothing, whereas the one that looks weaker is to his left.
Yeah, and the one that's weakest of all is to his right.
Okay. I'm gonna hit the one in the center that has the most HP.
Okay?
I would
And,
prefer if you focused fired. We need to get some of these down, or I'm gonna die.
Um,
I mean, you do you though. I don't care.
would it be metagaming if I switch targets, or?
I
No,
mean,
what
if
I was
there's
telling you is that you could tell, like, this is something you could visibly see when watching these creatures because they're large, and as you're doing damage to them, like, their form is kind of like blah, 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 dribbling away, and they're
They're
actually
shrinking.
shrinking in size. That's what I'm saying, like, there's a
Okay,
visual indicator for you, which is why I'm telling you.
Okay. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt on the weakest one.
Okay. That would be this guy.
Now, if he had enough movement, he could probably go the other way and get two of them.
So it's a 5-foot wide blast.
And like 30 feet long.
So you could, yeah, you
So if
would
he moved
probably
over to like
have
here,
to you'd probably have to either sidestep to the right to not hit Oliver.
Yeah, I see.
if he did over to
go ahead
here,
and
he
use
could
full.
get up.
Or you could step over, I would say 3 squares, and you could hit the water elemental that you were talking about and the one that's right above Darren.
Okay. Actually, I think maybe to simplify things, what I'll do is, because I have Twin Spell as a sorcerer, I'll cast Twin Spell and then use the spell Witch Bolt on the 2 weakest ones. And I'm going to be expending, I think, sorcery points for that.
That works too.
Okay.
So I think it's 4 sorcery points. One second, let me. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to use Twin Spell, and Witch Bolt on the 2. And I'm going to cast that from... Oh, what level? I'll cast that from 3rd level.
Okay.
So go ahead and flick it up, Mr. DM, and let's kill him.
Is there a reason why, when I'm on the site, it keeps throwing me the red error message saying that the server, it's disconnected me from the server? Is it like, is there something that
I think it's just you.
Yeah.
keeps, okay. Now I'm wondering if there's something I can do on my end, like, is there like a setting I can use to like maybe lower the bandwidth usage? Maybe.
Try clear cache in your browser, and then see if it can load another link for you to click on and just forward for it. What browser are you using?
Google Chrome.
Okay, yeah, Chrome usually works, and Firefox, Internet Explorer sucks.
Okay, so, Calista, you already did your thing, so at the top of the round, some of these move. Alright, and then it's Oliver, your go.
Okay,
Hey, Dill. Are you just doing one roll for both of the casts he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the one to Darum's right is the most wounded?
Yes.
Correct.
Here.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna shoot that one. Hold up, let me bring up my character sheet here. Actually, wait, do I want to? The one on the left is also wounded, right?
The one on the left is not at full, but it's not looking terrible.
I am actually going to attack the one on the left since I can get the advantage on that one.
Advantage? I mean, you can get
From
Just sneak attack.
sneak attack. Yeah.
Well, yeah, sneak attack gives me advantage on the roll.
No,
Nope.
it doesn't.
It doesn't? Hang on. What? Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. I always
But
forget
what
that.
you can do
It means I
is
don't need it. Right.
if you
I always
want a
miss.
bonus to the roll, though, you can get
Mhm.
around right here to this side, and you get a +2 to hit.
For flanking.
Okay. I see. I will go ahead and do that. With switching, what's it called? It would take my action to like put my crossbow like into a holster and pull out other weapons, right?
No, that's a free action.
Okay, then
As long as you're not like super abusing it, it's a free action.
okay, well, if I can, yeah, what's it called? Drop my crossbow into a holster, and then I would pull a short sword and dagger then instead, and I would do melee attacks.
Very good. Go for it.
That, and then this is the dagger without the dex bonus. And, yeah.
Fortunately, those are not enough to hit as you. Its form kind of like wiggles out of the way. Like you've hit it. It's like almost a wall of water. You just haven't hit like it's like anything critical.
Right.
As it turns to you, this one is gonna go ahead and it's just gonna try and engulf you here. So go ahead and make a strength saving throw here. I believe you're out. Are you outside? No, you're just inside the the radius.
Just there. Okay. Strength save.
Yep. Oh, nice. So as you kind of blop out to the side, you can go either below or to the left, I'll say.
I'll drop down then.
Okay. So as you bloop out of its form, as you resist against it, Darum, if you'd like to, as a reaction, you can make an attack against the one on the left. Oh, that's enough to hit.
Weird.
So as you poke its form, it dribbles out a little bit, and this one up to the top here goes ahead and does its multi-attack against you. All right, so you take 11. And on the second attack, like you go to hold up your spear and it cuts it just right, so it like its whole arm like dribbles out of the way and it loses momentum, just kind of like getting you wet and splashing over you, but not actually damaging you. Fluffies go. Oh, actually, sorry.
Alright.
There's more elementals. What am I thinking?
No, they're not. No, they all decided to wait and see what
No,
happens.
there's none. They're definitely all holding their action.
Yeah.
All right, this one's gonna go ahead and hold on. Can you see here? Can't see. All right. He can't move anymore, but he comes up to you, Callista. Because it's difficult terrain, so he can't actually take an action. I'm gonna say all these water elementals go forward through the darkness here.
Hey, they're leaving us alone.
Yeah, they can't really see you, Belgarian. They can't distinguish your form from the rest of the bodies in the darkness. So they're just kind of moving on, and they're just like mowing into people as you guys hear like screams. Ivor, your go.
Which ones are left? Are the two by Darren still alive, or?
Yep.
I'm gonna maintain which.
All right, maintaining Witch Bolt. So one of the ones that you hit is to the left of you. The other one is still north of him.
Okay. And both are still. I believe both are still within range of Witch Bolt. There's a.
Yep. So, but you don't have to
Yeah,
roll
I'm
to
saying-
hit again. It just does damage. Okay, nice. So is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. So as you split your attention, because they're moving farther apart, you're like, ugh, and you kind of like supercharge it. The one that's right next to you kind of like, and like half of its form just kind of, from the electricity, just bursts out. Now at this point, it's like the size of like a halfling.
That's awesome.
And the one is about at half its original size. The one that was in front of Darum. Darum, you go.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna heal again. I was trying to see if I had something else, but it should take too long. So I'm gonna do another cure wounds at 3rd level.
Okay, very good. Make sure to roll your dice here. Oh, actually, Ivor,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll a. Can't. I'll go ahead and roll a d20 for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Anthony, what is healing or cure wounds at 3rd level? How much does it roll?
38.
You're only rolling 1.
Nah, the top number and the bottom number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
so the top number rolls the other two based on the level. The bottom one rolls just the base. And I just rolled like shit.
Do you get wisdom bonus and stuff with that? Or?
Yeah, it added the wisdom. Yep.
Oh, sweet.
All right, Belgarian, you're up. So
All right.
this one is looking pretty bad. This one to the right of you isn't looking so great either.
Okay.
This one's also.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do one blast on this one.
All right.
Now, I'm gonna look disappointed at my finger and try again.
So we're gonna say just because there's so many people here, you blast, and it actually ends up blasting through a whole bunch of people, and loses its power by the time it hits the water elemental.
Oopsie.
The
Alright.
second one does hit it, and it's enough to obliterate it as you see its form just from the blast, and the water just goes spraying everywhere. It's like a mist.
Awesome. End of turn.
All right, Callista. So like right in front of you, you're now like drenched.
Yeah, I'm going to move forward a little and cast Moonbeam at 3rd level.
So that's his aura that he has.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna cast it on whichever one looks weaker that Oliver and Darum are fighting.
I think it's like a 10-foot radius, so you could cast it like in between them and it should hit both of them.
I think it's a 5.
Yeah, you could still cast it in between them and it should, like, if you cast it like right here, it should still hit all of them. For both of them.
Yeah, 'cause 5 foot radius, 5 foot from each side there.
It'd be like one square. So I mean like
Oh, it'd be 2 squares because the 5 foot radius is 5 feet on each side. So she did it like in the middle of this square. It would get.
oh, it's a 5. Yeah, you're right. A 5
Yeah.
radius.
Yeah.
It's not a 5-foot line. It's not a line.
Okay.
Nah, it's like it comes from the heavens.
Yeah, it's a 5 foot radius, 40 foot high cylinder.
It's the transporter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can. Yeah, you're right. You can hit it there.
Okay, yeah, so I'll hit both of them then.
All right. Excellent. So what is it? Constitution save for half?
Yep.
Okay, so the first one, DC 14 Constitution save. Okay, first one makes it. Second one, which is above Anthony, does not make it. So 23 for the max damage, and 11 for the not max. All right.
And they're also going to take the damage when they start a turn there. So.
All right, very good. So, Ollie, you go.
Right. Okay. So, this one right here in between me and Darren right now, is he or it, whatever it is, can I tell, like, which direction really that it's facing, or is it too amorphous for that?
It's pretty amorphous. Like you can, once you hit it, you could see like a shift as it like came towards you, and then you kind of got boop out of the side, and that was kind of like the end of your last turn.
Okay, I'm gonna say I don't even like attempt to make a flank. Then I'm just gonna keep.
You could sidestep here for free and make a flank.
Okay.
Without it,
Sidestep,
you only
yeah.
take a tax of opportunity if you leave its range.
Yeah. So sidestep what here to the right?
Yeah, so you go to that square, and then you get the bonus.
In this square that I'm at now, or this square over here?
That one.
Oh, when I killed that one, do I get a D20 for something?
Yeah, go ahead and roll 1d20. On a 20, you have a soul shard, and I'll tell you what those do later.
Ah, darn it.
Well, yeah, I'll try slashing at it again. Oh, you know, I just realized something. Yeah, I didn't actually. Anthony, what did the thing that Darren did for me do? I didn't really catch it at the time when you said it.
It was magic weapon, but it's been canceled. I took too much. I failed a Constitution saving throw when I took damage.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was still a thing, if that only applied to one thing or not. But yeah, if it doesn't apply anymore, then yeah, I'm just gonna go short sword and dagger again.
All right, that's a hit. That's 2 hits, so
Okay.
9, and then go ahead and add your sneak.
And that only applies one time per turn, right? Yeah, one.
Correct.
There you go.
Okay, so 8 plus 9 is 17. Alright. Some of its form just off to the side, and it gets slightly smaller. Yeah, okay, so this one is going to go ahead and do its slam attack at you, Oliver.
Okay. That's the second one hit.
Okay, for 16.
Yep. Ooh, am I still in range of the thingy over there? No, I'm not
No,
in range.
just out of range.
Alright, so then, yeah.
Then this one is going to make 2 at you. Aaron?
Horrible misses.
Yeah, so as it just swings, you're like, dodge out of the way. It's getting a little bit sluggish as its form diminishes. So this one is going to, yeah, I mean, I have no idea where you are. So this one's going to go ahead and move into your space, Callista.
Yeah, am I making a strength?
Yep. So go ahead and make it with advantage.
No.
Okay. So, hold on here. 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning. And you are grappled. Escape DC is 14. Until the grapple ends, you're also restrained and unable to breathe. Unless you can breathe underwater.
I can't currently.
Alright.
Just turn into a shark in the middle of it.
I can't turn into a shark.
Do better.
There's also a modifier, I gotta grab it. So, 10 total. Alright, and that's, oh, okay, so, yeah. You guys see these other elementals are just like mowing into the crowd. Ivor, your go.
Oh,
Okay.
I succeeded my Constitution save for the spell, but also those two guys would have taken moonbeam
Okay.
damage again.
Yep,
Roll
you're right.
it up.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
Me.
And yeah, so Ivor.
Sorry, ignore that one. That was level 4. I didn't mean to hit that.
So just to make sure that I think it's working. There's 3 below us, and they're closest to Belgarion, and then there's 2 up there that Oliver and Darum are fighting, right?
You got her.
Yep. There's like
Awesome.
one like
Sweet.
just to the left of you.
All right, so 14 moonbeam
Okay.
damage.
Okay. They make the save again though, right?
Yep.
Okay. And it's Constitution. The first one makes it. The second one does not. Oh, so the same as last time.
Well,
Okay, so the one right next to you, north of you, Darum, is not looking so great as its form like bubbles out as this moonbeam is like almost disintegrating it. So Ivor, your go.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see. The one to my left. How healthy does that look? The one that Callista's fighting.
It does not look very good.
The one I am inside, you mean?
yeah.
Oh,
It is engulfed her
That's okay.
form. You can see she's like essentially strangulating right now.
Actually, can he see? Because he's in darkness.
He was at the edge of it, so I was saying that I thought of
Okay.
it as he's just close enough to peek his head out.
Peeking out. There you go.
Alright, so what are you doing, Ivor?
Did he get his roll 20 work and loses this score?
Alright, Darum, your go. We'll come back to him.
Alrighty, I think I'm going to. You said the one to the north of me is looking not so hot.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try this inflict wounds one more time. I'm just gonna cast it at first level this time though.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay, that's enough to hit. Alright, so as you touch it, the water essentially turns to dust. Like your hand, it doesn't actually make contact. It's like it sears its way through as the water essentially evaporates and falls to the side. You make one big swipe through it, and the water, the two halves kind of comes back together, but much smaller.
That's me.
Yeah, at this point, its form is very diminished. Bilgarion, your go.
Is Ivor back yet?
I am back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My internet just cut out.
Okay, your turn. Take
Okay,
your turn.
yeah, I was gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay. At the which one?
The one to my left, the one that's currently consuming. That's the one that's consuming Callista.
Yeah. So as you cast it, it goes wide. Kind of unable to hit the form with, again, like these people are still shoving their way past.
Okay.
Do you wish to
I'm gonna-
move or any other stuff?
I'm gonna remain where I am.
All right, very good. Okay, Belgarian, your go.
All right. I'm going to go 10, 15, and I'm going to bolt the one that has Callista.
Okay,
And that hits.
that hits.
Okay, it's going to push it back, breaking the grapple.
No, it is inside the form, so I'm gonna roll this one as like it is engulfed. It's not. I wouldn't consider it a normal grapple.
Okay. Then I'll hit it again and try to kill it.
Okay. So fortunately, that is enough to do it. Go ahead and roll a D100 2 times.
D100.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, so the first attack actually ended up hitting Callista as well.
Oops. Sorry. Did
That's
they
okay.
split the damage, or did she take the full amount, or?
Okay, so yeah, she takes the full amount. She takes 12.
Well, that sucks.
But the thing's dead?
Yeah, but the thing's dead.
Okay, I can live with that.
A good trade-off.
Yeah, if it wasn't like inside of it,
Should I take 12?
yes, it's force damage as well.
Nice.
Moonbeam's still up, though.
Yep. Nice con save. That ends my turn. Your turn, Callista.
All right, yeah, your go. As you like roll out of this form as it explodes. You're like, kind of grabbing your side as you feel like the damage you took from the impact, but you cough out this, like it tastes like very pure, like from the purest well water. You kind of like cough it up. And you're currently at this point prone.
I am prone.
Yeah. So you just use half of your movement to get up.
Yeah. So I'll stand up. And back away a little bit. Just a couple. And I will cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Very good. So Oliver, your go.
I'm gonna keep stabbing. Because I can't think of anything else to do. Yep.
Absolutely. Okay, that's a hit and a hit. All right, that's 10 plus.
3d6. 11.
All right. Yeah, at this point, its form is starting to look diminished as well.
Alright, gonna use... At this point, I'm gonna use yeah, I'm gonna use bonus action to disengage, and gonna move actually that direction to just a bit off in this direction, just try and draw some attention with Callista, but not get hit again.
Okay. So
And-
Callista, go ahead and roll the damage, as these are both inside the range. Okay, so for half, so that's 25. So this one to the north just dies, because even with half. And this other one here, remember they had 18 initially it was actually 50. Anyway, Constitution, yeah, it makes it, fortunately, so it only takes half. But still, not looking super great.
Half is better than nothing.
It's actually gonna use its movement to run towards Oliver. It seems to be focusing Oliver. So you get an attack of opportunity, Durham, and then it's gonna go ahead and, yep, that's a hit. And it's gonna go ahead and use its multi-attack to do 2 slams against you.
Oh, was that 13? 13 damage.
Alright, 12 plus 19.
Shit, what was that? Oh shit, yeah, 21. I'm at one hit point.
Use your uncanny dodge.
Is that what?
You
What
use
is-
your reaction to have the attack of one of those hits.
Oh shit, I forgot I have uncanny dodge now. Yeah, I forgot that was even a thing. So,
So
I
go
figure
ahead.
we all haven't played in a while, so
yeah. Yeah, I think that.
Right.
You have both attacks or just one?
just the one.
Okay.
So, Ivor, so you are in a sphere of blackness you cannot see.
I'm just gonna try to walk out of it. Is there any sort of like, how do I randomize where I walk, or can I just move myself?
You can say,
I'll
like,
tell
if
you-
you're like, I'm moving forward, like you knew what things were where before.
I can tell you, walk away from me is the closest way out. Walk away from my voice.
Okay, following those instructions, I'm gonna go the opposite way, or at least attempt to.
It doesn't have to be random. You knew how the battlefield was positioned before the sphere kind of like engulfed you.
Okay. What is each tile? What is the distance of each? Like, what does it stand for?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay.
You can move 6 spaces.
All right. I'm gonna move 3 up. Okay. Am I out of the blackness, or am I still in it?
No, you're good. You should see. Do you guys all see the aura?
No, I don't think you. What do you have it through the lighting effects right now, or something?
Yeah, I can't see the
Yeah,
aura.
you can set it on a token. So.
Hmm,
Oh,
yeah,
here
no,
we
we're
go.
not.
It should just be shaded on me.
There,
we go.
It's a thing you can put on the token.
Yeah, we can see it now.
That is a big black orb of darkness.
It is.
Okay. So looking around, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna focus down the one over by Oliver and Durham, and let's see. I'm gonna cast through my spells here. I'm gonna cast. I think. I'm just gonna continue with Firebolt. I'm gonna try to firebolt the one near Oliver and Durham.
Okay.
Did I hit the big bastard?
No, unfortunately you didn't. Yeah, so again, as this form kind
I
of...
think it's safe to say for this encounter I'm drunk.
Would have been nice damage if it hit, though.
Hmm?
Darum, you go, bud.
Alrighty, I don't think I can get around it, so I'm just gonna run up to the other side and, actually, I think I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm just gonna do a first level magic missile.
Okay. As the 3 bolts hit, you just see like as the water splurts out of the way in 3 different kind of directions, and its form again continually shrinking. Are you standing in place?
Sorry, fuck, I keep hitting the wrong button. Can you, what did you say? You broke up a little bit.
Are you standing still, or are you moving after?
I'm gonna move down slightly.
Okay, 10-4, and then Belgarian, you're up.
All right. I will shoot the one up by Oliver. Does Oliver look like he needs help?
Oh yeah, boom. So as you charge through, Callista, you can feel like the wind as it ruffles your hair. It goes over to the diminished form of the water elemental as it sprays into another gout of mist.
All right, and then
Oliver, you are soaked right now.
which one of the 2 below me look most hurt or smallest?
This one
Or
over
both
here.
the same? All right, I will do the next one on that one,
Okay.
and not.
Yeah, unfortunately that is not a hit.
Okay.
Alright, 10-4. So go ahead and roll a d20 because you did end a creature. And Callista, your go.
I am going to start moving Moonbeam towards the edge of the crowd so that if the elementals move out of it, I can hit them with it.
Okay.
And I'm also going to Healing Word Oliver as a bonus action at 3rd level. Oh, thank you. I can't move it, but that's okay.
I have to go through.
That's okay. That's poopy.
Try it now.
It was up here originally. So I'll just... Up here?
Yeah, because I just moved for the first time 10 feet down.
So I'll just move it there. And Oliver, you got 7 hit points if you didn't see that.
Yeah, so as you move your moonbeam, but like he's like every single round the thing's going down. Just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Because people are still continuing to try and make their way to the gate. So at the top
Yeah,
of the
that
round,
was as far as I could move it.
Oliver, your go.
Okay. I can't see that thing in the darkness, can I?
No, you cannot. You actually can't see. You can't
Yeah,
see
him
the other
either.
thing either because it's like a sphere, like a dome, so it's blocking your vision.
I did see Ivor attacking that one on the right, though, right? Earlier?
Yeah, so you know there's a creature in that general direction. I would say
Okay.
you'd have to be at least here to just barely make
Right.
it out to the side of the sphere.
I'll do a full movement over to here, so I can just barely see it. Am I able to get a clear line of sight on that?
Yep.
Past Ivor? Okay. Then, yeah, I guess while I'm moving, then I'll put my sword and dagger away, pull out my crossbow, and I'll take a long shot all the way across at it.
All right. Yeah, it's a tough shot from here. Just like trying not to hit people. Just
Yeah.
all right, Fluffy,
Wait,
and then
Fluffy's-
Ivor.
Fluffy's gonna come down and do the help action and give advantage on the next attack.
Excellent. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna cast. We'll try again with Firebolt. It seems to be working thus far.
Sweet crit.
Oh, yeah, because he has advantage, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, okay, that's enough to do it. How do you want to do it, man?
I'm basically just gonna reach back and, like, almost as if, like, pitching a ball, I'm just gonna toss, like, a hurling ball of fire at it.
Alright, and as you do that, it bursts into just a cloud of steam. Some of the people that were inside of it that had already expired kind of get flung to the side, and it...
That is probably one of the most impressive things I've seen today. And I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to maybe move here.
Alright. If you move one more, you can get inside the moonbeam.
Oh yeah, do that. Let's see what happens.
Alright, man, yeah, let's just take how much damage. No, I'm kidding.
Alright, Darren, your go.
So I do know there is one more elemental, or two more elementals, excuse me. But I can't. Oh no, because he just killed that one, right?
Sorry, I didn't delete it.
No, it's all good. I just wanted to be sure. There is one more elemental. I just can't see it, right?
Correct.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take a long shot. This is what Darren would want to do. I'm gonna cast Tongues on myself, and I'm going to yell out, hoping that the creature understands me or can hear me. And I will yell out, "Why are you attacking us?"
Okay. Tongue, is it in all languages, or do you have to choose?
All language.
Yeah, I can understand it, and it can understand me as long as it speaks a language.
Oh, okay, yes, it does. Okay, so you call out in Bulgarian, you can see this, nobody else can see it, as like this thing is again, it's just like mowing through people, engulfing people into its form and just discarding them when it's done. And as it hears that, it kind of stops, and well, you can see it doesn't really have a head per se, but it shifts its form towards the sound.
Awesome. Does it answer?
It does, but you're not sure what it says.
Yeah, it says gurgle, gurgle.
Am I sure of what it says?
Let's see, hold on. I was gonna say, like, it's just like dribbling, you know, so it's like, probably wouldn't be able to hear it, but I'll just give it to you anyway.
I'll make a perception or something if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Make a perception, yeah, because it is loud. There's a bunch of screams on top of it, and it's really just kind of like... Okay, so we'll say, like, you have, like, this moment of clarity, and you can hear it just clear as day. So you asked, what are you doing?
Why are you attacking us?
Is it us that attacked you, creature? Why have we been summoned?
I don't know. I was hoping you would know.
And to that, it begins to, it's not its turn, so it can't actually do anything, but you see it kind of like, almost like a scoff in its voice. Why bring us all this way, just to attack us? Fleshy creature. And at that, Bulgarian, you can see that it turns back and again just begins like mowing into the crowd again.
All right.
That's me. Or actually, I'll move up to try to get closer to it.
Kamehameha.
All right, that's a hit.
No kill.
No kill.
No
That is not a
joy.
hit. Yeah, this is densely packed, so pretty much every time you hit, you're pretty much hitting other people.
Hmm.
So
Oops.
as it kind of like whoop, it bloops its form, and you just like you see like this this poor like older woman just like goes down behind it. Everybody again, they're just like clawing at each other, trying to push their way in. Callista, your go.
Does anyone want me to heal them? Because I can't really see the other elemental to move my thing onto it.
You're pretty wounded yourself, but I would not mind healing.
Alright, I'm just gonna do healing word at first level. No, I guess I can do third level. No. Yes, I can do one more third level.
Who is it to? Is that to yourself or to me?
You can have it all over you getting closer.
Okay.
And I'll just use my action, I guess, to move this as close as I can without, hitting the crowd.
Okay. Okay. So. Yeah, so as you do that, Belgarian, you're seeing like you into the back of this thing as it's just mowing in. I would say Oliver, Callista, and Ivor, because you're at the back. Your vision, again, all of you, like your vision begins to kind of fade in and out. And you see, again, like it seems to be hundreds, maybe thousands of these creatures just swarming towards you as you go in and out of this vision. Oliver, you look back to see some of them coming from behind, and they actually bloop kind of into reality. There's another, who knows, maybe dozen or so. And as you're kind of like, oh shit, for that brief moment, it fades out one last time and everything seems to relax. You guys, Belgarian, it's still in the darkness, so you're the only one that sees this, as this creature's just like wildly flailing and fades, like goes to opaque and then to nothingness.
Ow.
As you guys look around, everybody's still trying to push in as far as they can. You see the water evaporating away, like magically quickly, just like kind of going up. And as you look, you can see the cracks in the sky begin to like as they repair themselves. And over the course of like a minute or so, everything seems to be back to normal. There have been consequences. You're still dealing with the aftermath, but whatever that was has ebbed away.
Yike. Hope it doesn't happen again.
Is there still a big crack in the sky?
No. When you look up, it again, this is like narrating over a few minutes as it repairs itself and then it's gone. Almost
And like
as
all
if
the water is gone?
yes, almost as if it had never happened. Looking into the streets, there is some dampness left, but almost none at all. And there are just a mass of bodies and crates and carts and beasts of burden just littering the streets.
So yeah, the city, like looking out. Yeah, I guess if we like move up here to where these like
I'm gonna-
walls are, these like earthen like slopes downward, and we're looking out over the city
Yeah,
because we're elevated, right?
correct.
Is it okay? So like, what level of devastation is it? Is it like, yeah,
Oh,
there's
it's
bodies
massive.
in the street? Is it like Katrina level, like
Oh yeah.
destruction?
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay,
Like at least like this is a huge city, and that
got it. Got
you have no idea exactly what scope that just hit, but you could tell
it.
from what was going on in the sky earlier, it was
Mhm.
a large radius.
Okay, I see. I just couldn't tell what's it called. If looking out over the city, we see like a damaged city, or if we see a flattened city.
No, it's definitely damaged. Not all the structures have been demolished,
Okay.
but like there's a lot of smaller structures that have just straight up been demolished. There
Mhm.
are again, there's just bodies, there's carts, there's all matter of things littered in the streets at this point.
Okay.
You see some are even getting up, but slow to get up. It appears it is not total devastation, but it is certainly great devastation.
I see. I guess I'll just wander back towards where everyone else is. You new guy, like pointing at Darum, since I don't think we ever got a name. It's like, do you know anything about what the hell just happened?
No, I wish I did though. That was amazing, terrifying, but amazing.
Go ahead and do just an Arcana check for you, Darum, because you're a part of the Arcanum.
Ooh, double 13.
Okay,
That's a lucky
so
number.
You're carefully struck that.
while you're not entirely sure obviously the logistics of what just happened, you are at least fairly certain that what you were looking at was the plane of water, based on descriptions you've read in books.
Something happened, and someone brought the plane of water to the prime material plane. I don't know how. That would take every wizard and then some. Every wizard, every cleric, every druid. It would take a god. It would take a miracle and then some.
No, I didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
You are
So, like-
suggesting that our plans intertwined.
Or something like that. At the very least.
Oliver's so lost. Like before you were talking about magic, he's just like,
He's kind of like, he's like spouting about this, and he just like absently-mindedly, like anybody who looks even remotely injured, he's just like walking by and like putting a hand on your shoulder and still just babbling. But I'm gonna do healing cure wounds on Oliver and Callista. Just first level though.
so is this like, and it's like gesturing up at the Arcanum's like main citadel, I guess. Be like, so did they do it? Someone else do it?
How long does those temporary hit points last from the bear?
Oh, it's probably over by now.
Okay. How
It's
many
only
was
a
it?
minute.
10?
It was 11.
Oh, 11? Okay. Let me take that off then. There we go.
If there is something as powerful enough as to intertwine planes, we should probably figure out sooner than later what is causing it.
I agree. If anybody's gonna know about it, though, it'll be the people in that tower. So they're probably a little crowded right now, but we might be able to hopefully make our way in.
Or maybe we could leave town and run and never come back.
I agree with him.
I did not know that leaving town would help. Something of this force is going to destroy everything.
Let's go. I'm looking out at like the town. It's like, well, kind of doubt the slums are still standing at this point, so might as well head up to it.
Maybe if we build huge umbrella, it will fix problem.
Magical umbrellas, I'm sure.
Dylan, would I know in general of the other planar levels?
That's a good question. I don't think that's something like the common person would know.
Um, how about someone whose patron lives in the lower bands of Hell's on a different plane?
Yeah, I would say like you know that planes exist. You probably don't know all of them, but you know at least that there are other realms. Though you don't know the whole cosmology. I would say that for
I don't know where they
sure
are, but they're right there.
Darren probably would, just given his background and how studious he is. Ivor, I mean, you're magical. You realize your magic comes from somewhere, but I'm not sure what kind of background you have. I can't remember.
No, my background's more of like I'm a bounty hunter. I trade in, maldoings. I'm not someone who would be studying, so.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it might be something just from working with other peoples of magic that you might have like a slight inkling, but you don't really know much.
Would I at least know of like the elemental planes? I can make a nature check.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, just do a nature check, I guess, to see if you'd have like it'd be more like intuitive feeling than a knowing, let's say, right?
13's all around on knowing stuff.
Yeah.
And Oliver
So
on the other.
you know that there are other realms that exist. You'd probably be more familiar with like the Feywild, but you at least have like an intuition that there is more. You just don't know exact, like from a studious standpoint, if that makes sense.
Right. But I could perhaps infer that if he's telling us that this is a water plane, that there might also be a fire plane.
Yeah.
So I will
yeah,
as you're inferring this, like rudely, like definitely, like he doesn't mean to be rude, but very rudely he interrupts you, just like I did right there. And I'll take out my spell book, and I will open to a page where I have the prayer for my arcane channel divinity, where it shows like because it's part of a banishment spell. And so like I would assume as part of the spell there are different parts of the planes that would have some sort of overlapping. Like it would show like some bits of the planes, maybe not all of them obviously, but like the major ones. And I would show, be like, oh yeah, so the Feywild is a little different. It's here, and so the prime material plane is here, and like I'm like almost as if I'm talking to a child. Like I don't mean to be talking down to you, but like you obviously don't understand. And then he just babbles about like the planes for like until somebody stops him.
No, Kelly definitely starts asking you about what kind of plants are on these other planes.
Well, there's the Boeing, and
What's it called? Oliver's got like his arms crossed, like just like furrowed brow, just like completely befuddled pretty much by the like concept of this so far. If like it's something that common people aren't gonna know, then Oliver definitely doesn't know about it, and is just like somewhat alarmed that these exist.
I'm with Oliver. I'm like, I know 2 planes. That's it.
So Darren and I are just over here talking about plants and planes.
Well, I guess I know 3. The
Plants and
abyss, the
planes.
heavens. I think now's the good breaky time there.
Yeah, I was gonna just do one more thing. So as he's kind of
Okay.
explaining that, you look over and you see like the gates have been opened wide. There's like a bunch of Arcanum students. They're just like, directing people where to go. They have like blankets in hand and stuff. Like they're not quite sure exactly what's happened. You look up and you can see the tower is just ever so drenched, but it definitely could have been much worse. Like seeing the size of the like torrent that was coming down from the sky, it must have taken a great deal of energy and effort on everyone's part to maintain that for even as long as you guys were battling. So they were maintaining that for, by the time you got there, probably close to half an hour or so. But it was again getting increasingly worse. But you can see they all appear to be tuckered out, and they open the gates. You're in the back of the crowd, kind of making your way. Actually, I can't remember if you guys decided or not. So we'll say that you're watching the last bit of the crowd kind of push its way into the inner sanctum of the Arcanum. And
Are we going in, or are we going to loot the town?
I need to go in. I need to figure out what happened. This could further all of my plans to what I need to do, what I've been called to do. I need to see. I need to talk to someone in there.
I vote for looting.
I vote against looting.
I was kidding, but I like Igor.
I mean, unless you guys
I-
like find
I guess
some sweet like plants or something, then you can bring those to me. But
there you go. Get you some lady slippers.
yeah, that works.
There you go. All right, off we go to the Arcanum then.
Grow back out of my house.
all right. And with that, as you join those trickling into the inner sanctum of the Arcanum, that's where we're going to go ahead and take a 15-minute break so I can drink like 5 glasses of water.
Yeah, sweet. All right, guys, back in a few.
Yep. See ya.
Go.
Electric. Everyone who's back should probably put just like toss it into the chat to make sure that
No, I'm not back.
I see. Let's go this open then. Oh, that's everyone then. I wonder how long we were all just sitting in silence.
It's the sound of silence. Yeah, we're still waiting for Dylan.
Not waiting too long.
Oh, there we go.
Here I am. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
just-
kick it off the wabang. All right. I was playing epic breaktime music.
Can't touch this. Do.
Yeah, pretty much.
I appreciated the Stranger Things music during the game.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh yeah, that was a good touch.
All right. Oh, I didn't even notice it was all in here. I was looking in Discord. Might be. Okay. So, you turn after being given your little lesson in the great cosmology and look back to see the last of the remaining refugees, if you will, pushing into the inner sanctum of the Arcanum. The doors are still open as you make your way in as well. So, as you make your way in, essentially there's like an outer courtyard, which is kind of where you were. And then on this inner sanctum, there's like an inner courtyard, which is where people are kind of being stationed. You see quite a few people in these very elaborate, like blue and kind of like gilded, like golden kind of robes. And nobody seems to really give you much mind, because right now there's just so many people. You're at the back, and it's kind of like first come, first serve. Everybody's like trying to, help those that have been wounded.
So yeah, I if nobody's paying us any mind, I'm just gonna beeline and just go into the tower.
I'll just
Okay.
Yeah,
follow
I'm just looking for the oldest dude in here, or the
Yeah.
person who looks to have the highest rank.
We're looking for Dumbledore.
Yeah, straight up.
Okay. So a couple of the initiates kind of like stop you at the door, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where are you going? You're not allowed in there."
Oh, I'm sorry. I've worked with the Arcanum before. I just looking to speak with someone about what just happened. It's part of my life's quest, and I think that whatever just happened might help.
They kind of look at each other, and then they look at you and notice kind of your attire and how you carry yourself, and they look
Do I have like a badge? Like, do I have something?
Yeah, something like this. You would have some sort of mark or sigil.
I'll flash that.
So yeah, you flash your sigil, and they nod very well, and they open the doors and they lead you in. One of them swaps out with another one that's kind of on the other side of the doors. So there's still two guards, but he walks with you. Very good. I'll bring you to the
We
master.
follow.
They let the rest of us in too.
Yeah. You get kind of some sideways glances, the rest of you.
I act like you belong, guys.
I definitely don't say anything. I just am like, okay, cool, and I'm on my own mission.
Just walk silently.
Just walking with confidence, walking behind him.
All right, very good. So he leads you up. There's kind of like just a large winding staircase. It's like a stereotypical kind of mage tower, but like on a grander scale. Like there's just like a huge circular staircase that goes up, and then like each floor kind of has its own circular balcony that goes off into different rooms and whatever. Most of the walls are just completely lined with books. As they bring you up, it takes a little time to get all the way to the top, but eventually you guys stop, and the one that was walking with you kind of directs you this way. He's inside. And as he opens the door, you can see just a really, again, like you said, kind of like Gandalf-y looking, and just like really decrepit old elf. And he's just, essentially, he's just arguing. You can see there's 3 or 4 other individuals who have a more of a royal blue robe with the gold, but they seem to be like more ornamental. You would recognize this Darum as like they're of a higher rank, and they seem to be arguing when you come into the room. And one moment. Hello, who do we have here? Master, this one wishes to see you. He said he could potentially help. And at that he kind of like bows and backs up out of the way. And
Does he like introduce the master at all, or?
No, he's like nope, and he steps out of the way. And what I was gonna say next is the master kind of steps down. He was on some sort of a pedestal as he's kind of arguing with these people, and he steps down and Good morning. My name is Ithriel Tarsis. Nice to meet you. And he kind of reaches out his older kind of like liver spot hand.
Greeting.
I'm sorry. Did you say if he was a human or a elf or?
He is an elf.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will grasp his hand gently, firm but, like I said, gentle handshake, so I don't break the old man's hand.
Of course.
And it's, greetings, Master Ethereal. I am Darum. I am a cleric of Mistra, and this is most intriguing. Do we know the nature of what happened here?
Well, planar, of course, but we're still investigating now.
Do we know what could have caused this planar overlapping in such a grand scale?
We're not sure what's thin the membrane between the planes. Again, that's what we're looking into, but it's peculiar. You would think there'd be more of a precursor to this. Something this large. There was one small incident. Happened outside of a small town called Shen. About a year ago at this point. Or so we thought anyway. It hasn't repeated itself since.
Mm. Are you talking about like the gnolls and the undead gnolly thingies and stuff? Or
He nods.
yeah, that was fun.
You were there.
I was with my
Right.
good buddy Branagor, and Oliver was there, part of it too, I think.
I tagged along with him and that, what was that other fellow's name? Felix? I believe that was him. Yeah. I isn't really involved. I
Poor Felix.
was just with them for a short while.
Perhaps you can help then. You may know more. But I suppose we will put that section to the side for now. So, and he gestures to you. Your name is, young man?
Is he gesturing at me?
He's gesturing to Darum.
No.
Darum. I'm a cleric of Mistra.
Well, cleric, are of course welcome here. You seem the type.
Anything we can do to help, or at least I can do. I can't speak for the group. I've only just met them. But anything I can do to help investigate this I'd be glad to.
He nods, and some of the others that were in the room, they're like, "But master," and he just like puts his hand out.
I will, like, even like if he puts his hand out, I'll be like, I don't mean I don't want to take any place of any other masters or anything. I'm just saying I've been working and studying a lot of these things in search of my goddess, and I'd be willing to investigate more if it might help me and put me along the same planes of investigation. And he's just over babbling, like when he shouldn't be talking.
Yeah, to that he kind of like puts his hand like on your, like, not like he doesn't touch your lips, but he like puts it like really close to your face to kind of like shush you. And then he goes over and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he turns to say to you, "No, it is but okay. You are true, young one, and I definitely appreciate that." And he kind of, at that, he like circles the room a little bit, like almost as if he's just kind of pondering. And then he comes back to you. The first order of business, I would say, considering your friends have some intimate knowledge of Shen, I would say we send one of the other higher ranking members here, and possibly have another team go down to the region outside of Shen. I'd like to see if anything new has transpired there. As far as we know, that's the only point that this sort of weakening in the membrane between the planes has occurred.
How far back ago was this attack in Shen?
Roughly a year ago. Who knows how long it had been going on exactly, but since then we've stationed some individuals there and helped keep the warping, if you will, to a minimum.
Dylan, would Callista have seen anything else like unnatural? Like, the undead is pretty unnatural, but like just in general in nature, or has it just been like this one attack in Fransport and the one attack in Shen?
As far as we know, that it's been like this one thing that's happened in Fransport, which is on a really grand scale, and I would assume you would have heard the rumors. There was a knoll problem that was going on in Espans for a while, and
Okay.
then you probably heard rumors of some adventurers that came and essentially cleared them out. One of them was like 300 feet tall, and completely obliterated this other creature that was like 400 feet tall.
Me and Valkyrie do a high five.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty epic. You heard some real hero level shit.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, you know that the town of Shen completely overrun and demolished, and that some larger mercenary companies from Sant Abbey, Fort Vignan, and Kermont kind of like stood against them, and pretty much the only survivors were these grand heroes plus a few.
So there's like no one left in Shen now.
Well, right as of now, it's being repopulated.
Okay.
And
but when the attack first happened.
Yeah, it was like completely obliterated, but there's a lot of people that like escaped, and then once everything was confirmed, like they've started to go back and it's being rebuilt, and I mean it's been a year, so at this point it's probably okay. Certainly not what it was, but
So I think her having heard rumors of this and now hearing that like Oliver was there, she would kind of turn to him, because I feel like her and Oliver have maybe had the most encounters with each other.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, like, what's it called? If you asked at some point, just like generally what I've done, I'm sure I would have bragged about, shooting a giant monster in the face.
I mean, it probably hasn't come up yet, but I'll be like, why didn't you tell me about this?
Like, I just assume people know I'm like famous.
Because he's modest.
No, Oliver is not modest.
It's like, I just assumed you know. Everyone knows.
We didn't know anyone who was there. We just knew it was some guys.
I'll need to work on spreading my legend a bit.
Yeah, you got to work on that. You got to work a little harder on spreading that legend.
Go to the bars a bit more.
Yeah, we got to like meet a bard or something that can sing about you.
so while you guys are kind of like you're like whispering about this, the master kind of again he's approached you, Darum. So, how about it? Is that something that interests you?
Yes, of course.
Very good. Perhaps your friends can explain what they saw the first time, so you could have some sort of reference as to if anything's changed. Of course, you can check in with those that have been stationed there as well. After this, come back, give your report, see if we can't find something else for you. We're always happy to welcome people that are willing to help. As I've said before, you seem to be truer than most. With that, he gives you a glare that almost appears to go right through you, Darum.
It humbles him a little bit, and he gets a little quiet. And then after a moment or so of kind of like taking it in and like appreciating that he's being evaluated, Darren will look up and say, Master, if we find anything immediately, I do have ways of getting a message back to you in short time. So I should be able to send a message if we find anything.
Very good. Until then, you can stay here. You can eat, sleep if you wish, and possibly head out in the morning. He looks over to all of you, kind of like a question for all of you.
Yeah, I got nothing better to do.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up. Good for it.
Darren's halfway out the door already. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, he's like eagerly hoping that you guys will come with him.
Darren walks away.
Yeah, so as you guys are walking away, you can hear like a slight Temerith, you'll accompany them. And you turn to see like this kind of one of the more like boisterous of the people that was arguing with him. This just jet black looking tiefling with just like these 2 gnarly horns, but one of them's been kind of like snapped off and ground to like a smooth kind of like rounded. And he begins to speak up like, "But master, I insist." Up. I will hear none of it. You will accompany them, Temerith. And you can see he just looks down and then kind of like, and kind of walks out the door with you, but he goes off in a different direction.
Dylan, I know we kind of talked about this last week, so I'm sorry. Is there a big tiefling population in Franceport, or is it just kind of like sporadic?
It's pretty sporadic everywhere, to be honest. In terms of like, if you were to look at the world, there are not many tieflings in relation to like the other races.
Right.
Just because of like things that have gone on in the past. They're also a newer race, and they're not really looked at with the best of. People think they suck pretty much. They're very like racist against them. You don't find it everywhere, but it's certainly not uncommon for people
So
to
the
be
fact
superstitious.
there's even a tiefling in the Arcanum is pretty impressive.
Right. I mean, you don't really know the kind of people that are in the Arcanum, but yeah, to have any sort of tiefling that has status, it's either like really earned or taken.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So, you are guided to like several rooms that are empty, just enough to, they're not very large. They're kind of like study dorms, sort of, if you will. Like there's just like a little nightstand, a bed, and like just enough room to keep some belongings. You're each given a room.
It is better than nothing. I've slept in worse places.
I just like look around mine. I'm like, cool, nod my head, and I ask so it's called the tiefling guy is with us still. Right?
He like begrudgingly didn't say anything back to the master, but then he walked off in a different direction. Like he walked out of the chamber with you. You went like down one side of the hall, and he went down the other side.
Right. Okay. But it was someone. Who was it that led us to the room? So.
It was just one of the initiates that you had first encountered. He's since left. He's like, yep, these guys are talking to the master. I'm out of here.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, but we'll say that you're led by instruction. One of the other people that were in the room.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna ask them. Okay. Hey, you guys got food somewhere?
Yes, of course. You can find the mess hall on the first floor.
And yeah, with that, yeah. So, what time is it right now?
At this point, it's probably somewhere around like 12 or 1 o'clock.
All right. Well, I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I'm gonna go get some. If any of you would like to be regaled with me and Bulgarian's story of our glorious victory in Shen, we can get you up to speed while we eat.
Ooh, I want to go. I want to go.
I
I
follow.
would love to hear a story.
What's it called? Lead them down and begin telling the story of defending from dozens, if not hundreds, of gnolls that attacked Shen.
Pretty sure it was thousands.
Was it actually thousands?
Oh yeah, at least they were all like 8 foot tall,
Of course.
except for that 200.
Yeah, except for the real big one, the 800-foot tall one.
So as you guys are talking about this, like you garner quite a bit of attention, like in the like the people surrounding you, and they're like listening in too. And there are some people that are just like they're pretending to eat, but they're not even really eating anything. They're just like listening.
Yeah. I tell how what's it called my opening shot ripped out one of its eyes and blinded it partially, and how its magic killed 100 people with one strike.
Do a perception check. I mean, sorry, what am I doing? Do a
Persuasion.
deception check. Sorry,
Decent. Okay.
deception. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be pretty well received. Like most people are like, whoa, like a couple people pipe up and they're like, no, that's not what happened, and then like you're explaining it and they're like I've heard this story before. And like they're just flabbergasted that this is real, like they're in the presence of two of the members that helped save Shen.
Me and Bulgarian are like standing on the chairs at this point, like yelling outward
Don't forget
at like
Fluffy.
the small crowd.
Don't forget Fluffy's part.
Of course. And it's like this one was able to distract it for like hours while we fought the beast. Fluffy's swiftness cannot be underestimated.
Many of them actually have familiars of their own, and they're like they gesture to their familiars and nod, kind of like in respect and like acknowledgement.
Yeah, it's like it was a vile creature that was somehow tainted with some form of magic. Most of the professional soldiers who came along with us, barely any of them survived. The majority were killed either by the Gnoll army or were killed by the ferocious beast itself when it was toppling buildings as it went. Yeah, if only our 300-foot tall companion was with us.
So after like a rousing story and kind of like everybody's like joining in and huddled around listening to the story,
You get a level.
yeah, you have yeah, you guys have a good time. You eat a great meal. And after it begins to die down and many of the people have eaten their meal and they're like, all right, I have things that I have to do, they leave. And some more people kind of like swapping out almost as if it's like in shifts. And yeah, at that point, what do you wish to do after you guys have finished having your fill of storytelling and whatnot?
Um. Well done.
I'd say just maybe get some since we're in the mess already, like see if they can get us any like some rations or something. They'd be willing to like if we like get them at a discount or something, or if we can like I'll pay for them, but like if we can get something for traveling.
Some preserved foods.
Yeah.
Well, that's happening actually once things start dying out a little bit. Since the room is like also full of like other survivors from the big event, right? It's not just people attached to the Arcanum.
It's pretty much all people attached to the Arcanum. And
Oh, okay.
you've been let inside, but
Mm-hmm.
outside is where like everybody's being sheltered and kept.
Okay. This is more of like an interior place.
Yeah.
Well, either way, actually, it doesn't really matter. These people are also easily enraptured. Now that I've like enraptured a small group of people who haven't dispersed yet, I pull out a dice set and I start gambling money with these people if they're willing to.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
And what's it called? I'll put down like how much. I need to spread my legend more. I'm gonna gamble like with like 30 gold.
Yeah.
See if there's anyone. Is there anyone willing to like meet these stakes at the table right now?
Like as you're doing that and everybody's like all into it and you're like, you push 30 gold and they're all like, you see their smile drop and then they look at each other and
Get ready for my blood.
that's that.
Maybe you should start off too.
It's like I'm joking, and then I pull back some of it, but I leave 10 gold and see if that does bring anyone in who wants to gamble at all.
Yeah, a couple of people pull together. Like, not all of them have 2 gold, but you see, like, some of them are like, oh, I'd put
Right.
in a couple silvers, and like they let their buddy
Right.
play. Like, so there's about 10 people that put in.
Yeah, no, I put in like a nice little pot to like try and draw more people into the game. And I start doing a little dice game, see if I can earn a little bit of money from them, or if I'm gonna lose to someone else. Do you want me to?
All right,
roll
go
on
ahead
that?
and roll 2d6, and I'm also going
Okay.
to roll 2d6 for each of them, and it's just dice, so whoever has
Okay.
the highest.
Mhm.
So that guy didn't win.
Brutal.
Feels bad, man.
7.
Oh.
All right, this is you get a roll.
Oh, is that how you want to do it?
Yeah. So you get your roll, and then they all have theirs. You know what I mean? Like you're
I
just
see.
rolling dice. But I would
Mhm.
say if you would like to have advantage on the roll, if you're doing sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely roll sleight of hand real quick here, see
But-
if I can
Yeah, but
calm them a
yeah,
little
do a
bit.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, I'll roll sleight of hand. There you go.
Okay, that's good enough. We'll say that they don't catch it.
Okay, then I guess yeah, we'll just go with that second roll and however many. Ooh, someone's lucky though. Either way.
All right, so we'll say that that's good. So one of the people in the crowd, they roll out and they get a 6 and a 5. Everybody's like, ah, shit, and then they're kind of like joking around and rakes in the pot like. You see just like a big smile on his face. Seems to be like more of a younger kid. He's probably like 17 or 18.
Yeah, there.
That's a month's wages.
I mean, I'm willing to dump 10 gold on building up some more goodwill. I'm sure people know me.
A bunch of the people around him bully him, and it ends up being you and the other kid. They just won like that whole pot of money. Like, oh well, you have some to spare, you know. Like they'll just like poke and prod and bully him.
Lose to him on purpose.
All right.
Let's go. Yeah, no, what's it called? Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the kid will get the money, I guess. Then, if you roll the highest there, then yeah, you can just have it. I mean, it's 10 gold for me. It's not a big deal, but it's nice putting more goodwill out there.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is he won the pot originally.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And then now
They
this
want him
is
to keep
this is
gambling.
round 2.
Oh, okay.
So this is like he won the pot, and now everybody's like bullying him to use it because he won the pot to play you again when
Oh,
you
I
put up
see.
your
I
10
see.
gold.
I see. Okay, I'll put up another 10 gold if this kid can get bullied into.
Well, you put in 2 gold.
Oh, is that how it was?
Yeah, you put
Oh,
in
I
2
thought I put
gold,
10.
and then everybody put in 2 gold.
Did I say 2? Okay, that
Yep.
works.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to do another round for 10?
I'll do another. Yeah, I'll do another round real quick.
Oh,
I won't play too much. Don't want to accidentally take all this kid's money from him, but
they can sleight a hand to lose too.
86.
Yeah, you have to do a sleight of hand before.
Um,
I'm making you do a sleight of hand before because it's like once everybody knows what you have, you know what I mean? It's out there, it's on the table. So
I
I
see.
would
Yeah.
say you have a split second to be like, oh, and like try and like at the last second fudge it. Be
Like
oh,
right
no.
now, do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
either take advantage or
Oh. So
definitely lose.
I accidentally just smacked the dice off the table into the
So-
kid's face.
yeah, so as you do that, like you're obviously like normally you're super swift, but like there's just, like the dice was rolling and it was just enough for you to like not be able to do it in a slick move, and then the kid yells out, "Hey, re-roll. I don't think so."
I'll give the kid a pat on the shoulder and I'll do a legitimate roll this time.
Everybody kind of like eyes you very suspiciously. All right.
I like lob them into the air and hold my hands away. And let them sink onto the table like that. Oh.
Damn it. And he kind of like hits the table and he like, you take the pot and I mean, he still wants some stuff.
Mhm.
And then he starts like swatting away like his friends like, I knew I shouldn't have played a game. Damn it, guys.
So I just give the kid a pat on the back and just like what's it called at this point? Yeah, no, I just pack things up at this point.
Right.
What's it called? Yeah. Anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm just watching.
I'm good. I don't have any money, or not much.
All right. Darum, are you doing anything? Just kind of eating.
Just the I was grabbing rations, seeing if we could get any traveling food.
Oh yeah. So that's not a problem. You talk to somebody and you tell them like you're going out on a mission and all that, and they're like, "All right, we got you covered." Like they said that they'll prepare stuff for your travel, so it'll be ready by the time you leave.
Cool. Yeah, and then I would have just watched after that.
Okay. So say you guys spend a little while and like you eat, you hang out, you gamble a little bit, you like kind of lighten up the mood in the room, and yeah. So, and then the rest of the night is yours. The rest of the day. So whether you want to travel more into Franceport or you're just like, no, we're getting ready for tomorrow or whatever.
Is this considered a short rest?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Woohoo! Spells back. Yay!
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm really doing anything for the rest of the day. I'm pretty much hanging out. Maybe, what's it called? Doing a bit more like entertaining. Maybe going out into the, like the common crowd outside, telling some more stories with like some little kids or something like that.
Yeah, so you bolster the mood and you kind of like give people hope, and you're like, I'm the dude, like that was at Shen, and like you tell this glorious story, and everybody's like, whoa.
It's like I shot water like 10 minutes ago or couple hours ago. It's like this is with my magical crossbow. Just going out,
Yeah.
telling stories to the kids and stuff like that, playing some cards with people.
Well, lots of people, like, they saw the people that stayed behind, so
hmm
they totally believe you. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing for the rest of the day.
Okay, Fluffy, use wing attack. Oh,
So everybody else is just hanging out? No other requests?
yeah.
None for me.
How much money did we have left over from party loot that we split up from before?
I said you could keep all of it.
Yeah, but someone else was keeping track of the loot. And,
So
Not my problem, homie.
Kaladin had all the party loot.
Oh, no.
yeah.
So technically, if we did want to be fair, we did get. It would have been I believe it was 75 gold each, but I was holding on to it because we were gonna buy potions.
Oh dang, you guys have so much money.
We
75.
killed a lot of fucking gnolls.
I thought we had more than 75.
Each.
We with the big gem, yes, but with the little shit, I think we only sold it for like 250.
Okay. All right.
Listen, I'm at like starting money still, so like 75 is a lot. I still have like 10.
Yeah, whatever it is that they have you can start with is fine. I mean, you're like level 6. Actually, you know what? I'll let you start with like... You can have like 200 gold, because you do a service
sick.
that's very rare. Like, you probably get a lot of money for the things that you do when you have the proper ingredients.
Curing
Is
plant
it-
blight and stuff.
Is it possible that I would have maybe had some herbalism kits too?
Yeah, that would be appropriate. I mean, they're not that
Okay.
expensive anyway, so... Yeah, because I mean, you only need one, right? You need the herbalism kit, and then depending on if you do alchemy as well. Like
Don't forget the mistletoe to feed us.
Well, you can just make healing potions with herbalism kits.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot I had these random pieces of
I
jewelry.
gotta step away from it. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do you have a poisoner's kit? I thought you said
Who,
you
me?
needed something. No.
I
For
think
some reason,
Oliver
trying to
does.
I've got I've got like every criminal kit at
Nice.
this point. I'm pretty sure. I bought all of those. I remember now.
Yeah, you bought a couple of them last game.
Yep. So okay, so if you have a poisoner's kit, good. But you don't have an herbalism kit, so you can't. Right? You don't have an herbalism kit.
For me, yeah, no, I don't. I just have. I can prepare. I like have stuff to prepare poisons with. I just don't have materials.
Right.
That's how the kit works, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to be proficient in the herbalism kit to make the potion, so...
Yeah, I'm proficient with poisoners, so like if I'm given stuff, I can make poison. I just don't have. I'd have to go buy them or something, or
Yeah.
get them.
You're just like, this is bad shit. That's bad shit. Mix it together. It's super bad shit. Now put it in someone else.
It's like I know all sorts of stuff about the plants. I just don't know where to get them.
Right. I mean, even plants like have multiple uses. Depends on how you
Yeah,
prepare
or,
them,
like-
and
Like mix the plants with like lead or like mercury or something like that.
right.
Just some kind of weird concoctions, I'm sure.
Okay, so the next morning, because everybody's doing their mumbo jumbo, we'll say all your stuff is prepared, everything is good to go. So, heading out of Franceport, I'm trying to think what the easiest thing would be.
Wait, so we stayed the night? Is that a long rest?
Yeah, for certain.
Okay.
So you guys could, yeah. The Arcanum is awesome. So we'll say that they rented out like a small ferry to take you out and around to save you time. So you guys come out to like here. Oh, it doesn't show. You guys come out to like here before the Hild area. There's like a small fishing village where you guys get dropped off by this ferryman.
Okay.
All right. So, you know all too well, and so does Timareth. But yeah, what do you think? Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to just leave it there and then we'll get into this thing next week? I'll leave it up to you.
I would be okay with leaving it there. We have a pretty big day tomorrow. My sister has her graduation party.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm fine leaving it off too. Can pick up, making our way across land next week.
Yeah, I'm good for whatever. I can continue now, or we can drop it off.
Yeah, then I guess we'll just leave it here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, guys. Sounds good. Good action-y first sesh.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
it is.
next week everything is like all ironed out, all the technical stuff, so then it'll just be a little smoother.
Yeah, I have everything figured out, so sorry.
No, it's okay, man. It happens.
Yeah, that's all good.
All right, guys. Well, it was fun. That's it.
Yeah, good
Alright.
times. See you all next week.
Yeah,
Good
see you
night.
next
See ya.
week.
Awesome.
Have a nice night.
Au
We'll
river,
see you,
guys.
You guys, by the way, just
Mhm.
given that everybody else like played other sessions before, you guys can be level 7 if you guys want to level up.
Oh,
Sweet.
sweet. I like 7.
Okay.
Yeah, some good spells.
Trying to remember to do that.
This was a good fight. Whoa.
Yeah, it was just like the perfect thing when you drop the I can't remember what it's called,
The
but
dark-
the
the
thorny.
The spike growth.
Yeah, that was
Mm.
like well
No,
played.
Yeah,
That
she
was
did like
awesome.
600 damage
Yeah.
in just spike growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no, well, and it worked really well with when Belgarian was like pushing them back, so then they like took it again.
Mhm.
It's good.
Yeah, so fucking there's some good
That's awesome.
cooperation going on there.
Now we just need a mage to cast like Ice Storm or something with it too.
Great.
Let's go. It was like, it's like everyone's like casting magic and stuff, and Oliver's just like, I guess I'm shooting the water.
Oliver's just standing there like, okay, this is
Yeah,
cool.
he was like, "Oh, it doesn't do that much damage." I was like, "Oh shit, I took magic weapon for this reason."
Right.
Just like slashing at it with my sword and dagger. By the way, what's it called? 2-weapon fighting. Both of them have to be light weapons, right? To
Yes.
do that? Darn, can't use a rapier and a dagger.
That is correct.
Nah, I think the strongest
Unless you-
combination you can get
unless you take
is
the feet.
like short sword and
Short
dagger.
sword?
Yeah, unless you take the feet, like he said.
Yeah, I'll probably
Yeah.
take the feet.
Level 8. Yeah.
Yeah, what's it called? That feat's like, it's weird to me because like I want to use rapier and dagger, but I also kind of want to use rapier and rapier, but I just feel like it's dumb. I might just do rapier and dagger anyways, just RP wise.
You can s-
Yeah, for now, and then when it get better.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. Yeah, it was a good session.
Yeah, good
Let's
times.
go.
All right,
See
yeah.
you all next week.
See
See
you
you
next
next
week.
week.
Au river.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Robert. See ya.